Joe and I had an envision of putting together a building that would utilize a SIP panel product. This is the panel that we're using on this particular product. Here you see a foam center core with plywood on both sides. Holes are pre-drilled in the foam paneling so you can run electrical and your plumbing all the way through the house. This product is also a structurally stable product in the construction format.
Hi, I'm Mick Carmichael. My company is SIP Builder. We help Joe Campanelli in the Build Green project by supplying the structural insulated panels for this project. We also worked with the designer, the architect, the engineer to make sure that everything dovetailed correctly into the construction process you see behind us. In the process of structural engineering, we have hold downs, as any building does in a seismic zone along the coast here. What we try and do is we try and cut a opening out of the panel and remove the foam just enough to install the hold down to the lumber, the structural lumber that's in the panel. If we do not cut this hole more than 144 square inches, we do not need to put any lumber backing. All we do is just simply foam this area in and then put the piece of OSB back on the opening. This is what we normally use to seal the joints of the panels as we're installing them. We're going to install it on the bottom plate and on the inside of the bottom plate. And what this material does basically, it's not a glue, it's a mastic. All it does is it's there to help stop the penetration of air underneath the plate, over the plate, anywhere through the wall where we have a connection. This wall is 8 foot tall by 24 feet long. It's not sectioned as we do in the rest of the home because there was no structural supports required in this wall. This actually is one piece of OSB that's 8 foot tall and 24 feet long. It's on both sides of this wall. There's insulation on the inside, and this wall took about 5 minutes to put up. This is what we call a balloon frame wall, and it's very good in stairwells and in open rooms where we don't need to have a break in the plate. We simply can go from floor to ceiling in one piece up to 24 feet tall. This makes the finish of these walls much easier. There's no buckling or shrinking to crack the sheetrock in these areas. As you can see, we've installed windows up high for the second floor. As you can see up here, we have a joist directly bearing above the window. There is no solid lumber above this window, it's just a panel header. That means there's OSB on both sides and foam in between. This 3/4 inch piece of plywood up here is a cap plate. Now that cap plate helps to spread the load evenly through these two skins, so we can go ahead and put a load as much as 1,000 or 1,500 pounds on this one floor joist directly above this window and not have to have any lumber within that wall. That way we're really starting to save the amount of lumber that we use in the construction of these homes. These are our panel screws. They have a washer on them to give a much better hold on these corners. They're usually spaced about 12 inches apart. They go through the panel itself and they screw into the piece of lumber that's installed in this panel over here. These screws have about a 500-pound pullout and about a 350-pound shear per screw. This corner is just about bulletproof when it comes to coming apart.
My name is Paulo Cittolini. I work for Hayward Lumber as the manager for the Santa Barbara market. We work a lot with Campanelli Construction, working on several of his projects and especially on a Trout Club project, supplying several green products from siding to decking to kitchen cabinets, trim, FSC certified lumber, and blue wood. One of the other items we supplied to Campanelli Construction was the Weather Best composite decking material. It's made of recycled material. It has a fire rating property. The recycled materials and being a composite decking has many benefits over wood because it doesn't rot, no mold. Most important is the fire rating on that product that's specific for that area.